Last call on the buy low Jahmyr Gibbs train. And you're going to be so pissed at yourself walking into week number 5 when you watch Jahmyr Gibbs drop 2 touchdowns, 150 total yards, and you go, as you walk into week number 5 going, damn it. Why didn't I listen to my boy Smitty? Welcome to a new series on the Fantasy Football Show called Last Call. And this is your last call for Jahmyr Gibbs week number 4. Slap that like button. Punch that subscribe button. Let's go. Smitty, Jahmyr Gibbs is in a running back by committee situation, and I think Monty might be the better player. Look, let me tell you something, tough guy. We've already gone through this song and dance. We did it during the 2023 Week 7 on, where we heard Jahmyr Gibbs. He's not gonna be able to take from Monty. Once Monty comes back, you'll see, Smitty, you'll see. Well, here's the overlay of the 2 running backs walking into the bye week on, right? Monty went down, missed week 7-8. Gibbs is running back 3-1, the bye week. And everybody said, watch, Monty's going to take back over. He didn't. He was good, too. It wasn't like he wasn't used. He was running back 12, 13, 15, 17. Not bad for David Montgomery. But Jahmyr Gibbs was popping off. I have no doubt about Jahmyr Gibbs becoming a top 5 running back going forward. Jahmyr Gibbs, week 1, 17.4, running back 15. Still very, very good. This is not a bad running back, ladies and gentlemen. Running back 10 in week number 2, 17.6, 16.3 in week number 3, 14. Running back 14. Is it exactly what we want? No, we want a guy scoring, 5 touchdowns in 3 games like Kyron Williams. But 2 touchdowns, 1 receiving, 1 rushing, 84 yards rushing, 83 yards rushing, 2 games with over 5 yards a carry, 6 targets in week 1, 7 targets in week 7, none in week number 3. But this is a very good year. This is not some problem, some brewing problem that you should be running away from. You should be looking at these game logs and going, holy crap, this is a hurricane in a bottle about to explode. Not to mention Monty's probably going to break down a little. And we don't need that for Jahmyr Gibbs to do what he did. As I just described to you and showed you, Gibbs thrived even though Monty was doing well. This offense sometimes will have Monty scoring enough touchdowns on the ground at the goal line that we could think, okay, this is going to rotate back and forth all year long. And that's fine. We want Jahmyr Gibbs rotating. We don't want him in there running the ball 30 times a game. The Lions run the ball a lot. We need somebody running 12, 13 times in addition to what Jahmyr Gibbs is doing. We need it. It's not something you want. You don't want Gibbs running 17 games out there getting 20 carries a game, but we don't want him running 17 games with 20 plus carries a game. Not the entire season. We'll be excited if the day comes where he gets that workload. We will. But let's pump the brakes on, oh my God, doom and gloom. And let's pump the brakes on thinking that this guy is so good that he's keeping Jahmyr Gibbs off the field. He's very good. Running back 17, running back 12, running back 8. 1 rushing touchdown in each of the first 3 games of the season. Gibbs has 2 total touchdowns. Monty has 3 total touchdowns. Not a huge difference between their point totals on the year. Monty will continue to be used. This is not an anti-Monty video. Monty's a fantastic low-end running back 2, maybe even high-end running back 2 at times, and somebody I'm going to recommend you hold unless you can totally sell high. And I'm not even looking to sell Monty. If I have Monty, I want to play him. Understand the words coming out of my mouth. I like starting David Montgomery in my fantasy teams. That is no relation to this man right here, who is irrelevant to his production. The team also has a very convenient bye week, which you could say it's inconvenient because he's going to be sitting out week 5 with a bye week, and that's too soon. But this is going to be a nice little bye week rest for this team, for this running back stable, and Jahmyr Gibbs is going to fire out of the cannon in week number 6. Look at this schedule coming off the bye week. Dallas, Minnesota's tough, but they're going to try and run the ball against this absolutely amazing passing defense that is going on in Minnesota. Tennessee, Green Bay, Houston, Jacksonville, the Colts, Chicago, Green Bay, Buffalo, Chicago, San Francisco. This is the most glorious playoff schedule. This is an absolute unbelievable run schedule going forward. And he's not even a player that you can use schedule against anyway because he's such a dynamic receiving back. Jahmyr Gibbs is going to explode down the stretch. This is last call. to buy Jahmyr Gibbs. This is last call to buy a running back that is a top 5 running back that is disguised and trapped inside a value that appears to be a running back that's borderline top 10. Not saying you're going to get him as a running back 15 in a trade. I'm not even saying you're going to always find him available because his owner might love him. But on average right now, especially given the questions I get at a rapid pace all week long, do I trade Jahmyr Gibbs? Hey, I'm getting offered this Jahmyr Gibbs trade. And I'm like, punch that button. That trade's amazing based on all of that I have access to. Bunch of information coming at me. I can read this pattern recognition university is what I call it here on the channel. I get to look at all these patterns and say, based on the temperature that I can take right now from my audience, from all of the bombarding of questions relating to Gibbs, I can tell you with confidence that he can be had well below the value he should be acquired at. And as we'll do on last call here on the Fantasy Football Show, I'll always rate my potential recommendation here in terms of being the best trade you could make walking into now through the end of the season. The odds of Gibbs being a win-a-league player for you via trade at his cost of entry is a 10 out of 10. Now go get this winner. Go get this league winner, Jahmyr Gibbs. And buckle up, Buttercups. It's going to be a wild ride. I'm live Monday through Friday, every single Monday through Friday at 8 p.m. Eastern. And I'm also live additionally on the channel whenever big news breaks. And we're also live a lot of the midnights here going forward, doing some best ball drafts for the current week. So this is week 4. We'll do a bunch of battle royale week 4 drafts on Underdog. Appreciate every single one of you. But the continuum of the gigawatt component structure of Jahmyr Gibbs' workload divide has a megawatt offload that if you compartmentalize the component conjunction timekeeper and you flux capacitor out the continuum component megabolt, things just end up happening. And that's why Jahmyr Gibbs is a top 5 to 10 running back instead of top 6 to 10. Let's go! Mashed potatoes! Got him. This man, Jahmyr Gibbs, he looks better than Kamara looked coming out of college, more prepared to become Kamara. Schmitty, did you just say Gibbs was more prepared to become Kamara than Alvin Kamara was prepared to become Kamara? No! Well, no going back now. You sure you want to do this, Kyle? Yeah, we have to. Let's go. Start the procedure. Masonites assemble.